Okay, people, here we go. This is what I like to call recycling energy, and this information is for you. First of all, it's here to fight communism. That's what I'm telling you about, because we're all trapped into it one way or another. If we like it or not, we're all stuck in it. And I explain to you why. Because if I earn a car off the sweat of my own brow, or I buy a piece of equipment, or a power tool, I feel like I shouldn't have to pay somebody to use it. And that's what we're doing. You buy a car, you have to pay somebody to use your car. You got to buy gas. If you want to buy a power tool, you got to pay the electric company to charge it so you can use it, or to plug it in. So this is what I call recycling energy. And I'm going to explain to you how this all works, because a lot of scientists in the world can't seem to understand how to explain it, I guess. And it's, I don't know, not going against the law of physics or anything like that, maybe a little bit, but I'm going to tell you how it all goes down. Basically, I always thought that the strongest power or the strongest force on the planet was water, because we have such an abundance of it, and we have a lot of water. But not working right now and thinking too much, and I figured I would put that into play because it all makes sense. So here's what I found out. I don't think that water is the strongest force on the planet. I think the strongest force on the planet is gravity. And gravity is something that we have more of an abundance to than anything. So how can we capture this and obtain this? And I would call it like something that maybe does not exist, that we don't know of right now, but I would say it's like a gravity atom. We know what a carbon atom is, we know what a hydrogen atom is, we know what a lot of things are, but this is something brand new. So I'm just going to float through this little diagram I drew out while I talk. But anyways, start right here. Well, gravity is a force that maybe we don't understand 100%. We do know it comes from a magnetic field that pulls us down here on the Earth. Now, how do we obtain this, or how do we know this exists? Well, pretty easy. Everybody probably knows of a shooting star. When something comes to our galaxy, you have a gravitational pull. It pulls it on in, and it comes speeding down to Earth. So as far as the pull part goes, well, we got that covered. That was pretty basic. I think everybody knows, because in order to create energy, we need this push and this pull and this push and this pull. And usually we do this by wind, water, sun, and fire. But now we're going to talk about gravity, a whole different, something that we may not have, maybe something we overlooked. But basically what happens is, we have something like a gravitational pull that brings something in, so we got the pull covered, and it's an abundance amount. I mean, you can't get rid of it. Just like water, like I said, people say, oh, without water, we'll die. Well, what happens if we take away gravity? Well, we got a whole nother problem. So, going on. Now, now that we got all the pull, how do we get this push? Where do we get this abundance amount of push that never stops? Well, I'll tell you. If you take two magnets and try to put them together, one way they're going to stick. And if you turn them around the other way, of course, I'm sure we all have done this, maybe some projects, there's a push there that's like, you can't push them together. It's like a steady push. It's our magnetic field that's an abundance of, so we have this steady push with these magnets, right? So going on, Now that we know that we got a constant pull into this Earth's atmosphere, and we got a constant push because of our magnetic field, we now have an abundance of energy that no one can stop, and no one can charge you for it. And that's like a breakthrough in science. And some science don't understand it. Scientists have a hard time trying to explain some of this, but I'm explaining it to you now because it's very simple. It's a push-pull situation. I just think that we all should go free, and I should make this video. Maybe I'll get a phone call or something and somebody want me to explain it to them a little bit more, or I can lay it out for them in detail. But it's pretty basic.